it will open, it will take time. Okay, guys, remember always one important point. The point is backups are not replaceable. Replaceable means we have a RAID. RAID means redundant array of independent disks, and that too mirror volume, and RAID 5, RAID 6, like that. A disk is failure, still no problem, we can able to access the data. We can able to access data means we don't require, literally not required any backup also. Why? Because of backup is purpose is if you lost the disk, so to recover the data of the loss of data, you can recover it from the backup, right? But here it is, you have a disk is failure, but still you can able to access the data. That is faster access purpose only we are using, redundancy purpose only. Okay, even though you are configured, whatever the RAID you configured it, but still you require a backup. So always take a data backup. So the backups are not replaceable. That is first thing. Any other concepts? Okay, any other different type of techniques are there, but backup is backup one. So how you take a backup, that is up to you. Okay, so what type of backup you do it, that is up to you. But backup is backup. Compulsory take a backup and store the backup in different locations. So that's the second point is store the backup in a different location, means compulsory not in your system, not in your system. So last time we taken a backup, we store in same system only just for a demonstration purpose. But generally take a backup and store the backup into different location. Either it is external hard disk or maybe a tape drives or maybe remote systems, remote disks can store it. And geographical relation, geographically different location also very important. Means if there is a very big company, like if you take a bank, the bank has a lot of data, right? So the data stores in different geographical locations also. Not only a backups, also the backups and replications stores in different geographical locations. But this point, what I'm trying to say is shadow copy. The shadow copy is a kind of backup, but not clearly a backup, because backup is always copy a data stored in different location. But shadow copy don't copy any data and it don't store in different locations also. Data in your disk only, but only thing is we can able to revert it from the previous state. So in a shadow copy, in our servers, we have a hard disk. For example, this is a drive. For example, this is a D drive. For example, this is a D drive. Okay. So I have a data in this drive. For example, file 1, file 2, file 3, like this. Okay. So I have a data in this one. Now I said protection on means shadow copy. What it will do? Shadow copy take the data, put into that D drive only, and we cannot see where it is located. We cannot see where it is located also. Shadow wise, in the same drive only it is storing. In the same drive only, shadow way it is storing. Okay. If in case suddenly data is lost, you feel, you know that there is a file is lost, then you can revert it. You can recover it from the your shadow copy without taking much time. Without taking much time, because if in case you taken a backup and store the backup in different locations, again you have to connect the backup and restore the data, right? But this one won't take much time, because your backup, your shadow copy stores in the same system, same drive only, not in a different drive also, same drive only data stores, and it is quite easy to recover it from the your shadow copy. Okay, it is like a previous version. The word we use here, it is previous versions. In the shadow copy we use a word called previous version. Okay, like this. And also like this, it is like you have taken, you have to, you modify the file. Okay, modify the file and you can restore it to the previous stage. Okay, that is like that. Also we can restore it. So this is the previous version. So first one, we'll see that one. Okay. So I'm going to my server. Server is open. Why we need a server here? Okay, the server, the shadow copy feature is available in servers only. So we need a minimum server is required. Guys, telling is very easy. Telling is very easy for me. Okay, listening is very difficult for you. Okay, if someone is telling the story like that, even for me also I don't understand. So that's why I'm trying to show you. Okay, so how it is look like. That's why it is taking time. Okay, because by just one click, the server or a Windows 10 or any machine won't open. It will take time. So literally we need a lot of time to understand things. Okay, and a lot of people will think like sir, came from mechanical, I came from civil, I came from a electrical background, electronics background. Those people, CSE people, they can understand, we can't understand. This concept is there in everybody mind. Guys, this what are I'm trying to teach you, even that those things even a CSA and IT guys also don't know. So you don't need to worry about they know, you don't know kind of stuff. Okay, so like that. See, this is my E drive. My E drive contains something. Okay, so right click, go to properties. You can see a shadow copy. This is the shadow copy. Okay, so just for you, what I'm going to do is I will divide this 20 GB into some separate 5 GB or 10 GB. I will take it separately. I will take it 10 GB. Yeah, disk management is there. Shrink the volume. So this is a 20 GB, right? Lot of space is there. So I will take a 10 GB 2040. So I'm dividing 20 GB into 10 GB, 10 GB. Simple volume, new F drive. This is the F drive. I will try on a F drive only. Okay, so F drive is created. Guys, this is a F drive. I'm going to create some files inside. File like a file one. So I put something in this end. So this is file one. So when I try to show you something, okay, the result sometimes very bad. Okay, so it was slow. Okay, yeah, echo. This is file 2, file2.txt. Okay, yes, it is executed. See, file 2 is created. This is quite easy. So instead of creating one by one file, okay, the files are created. If you want, you can look at, see, it is not created in a single line, but you should put it in single line. Maybe we need to put a quotation for that one, so single quote or double quote. So then you can try single quote. So we'll try now. So the single quote is enough. Last time I given double quote, then so it become like a text is in double quotes directly. Okay, now it is showing good. See, if you try, you will understand. Guys, 4 files are created. Look at this one. In F drive, I created a 4 files. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to properties of F drive, shadow copy. Okay. F drive is disabled, right? Disabled. I'm going to enable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to magnifier. So magnifier in the virtual machine. So then it is obviously it is you can easily see. Guys, can you able to view? This is the F drive properties.
Yes, sir.
So this is the shadow copy. F drive disabled. Now I'm enabling it. Enable. Okay. So it is asked it will if you enable shadow copies, Windows will use the default schedule and settings and create a shadow copy of selected volumes now. The default settings are not appropriate for a servers that have a high IO load for a heavily used servers. You should manually configure shadow copies and place the store area on the list that is not shadow copy, something it is showing. Now, do you want to enable shadow copy? Yes. Yes. I'm enabling it. Okay. Now, when it is enabled, F drive, when it is available, it is there. So it reserves 320 MB on your thing. Okay. You can go to settings. You can see sharing area, same drive only. Maximum size no limit, use limit like this, and you need at least 300 MB free space to create a shadow copy. So in F drive, you require minimum 300 MB free space. You can schedule it also. You can schedule it also. Right, go to schedule. You can schedule it on which days, which times like this, weekly, daily, monthly, once at a startup, at logon when ideal. So you can configure a shadow copy in a schedule manner also. You can able to do it. Okay, I'm not doing anything. Just it is already created. If you want to create again, you can create it. So when you select it, if you find revert it, so then you can able to create it. So what I'm done, I created a 4 files. Now there are in the backup, like in the shadow copy. Just I'm creating one more file. Okay, and it contains. So this is file 5. Okay, after now again I'm taking create now. So again I created. So now along with the file 5, this shadow copy is there. This shadow copy is there, right? So I taken a create a shadow copy now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this data. Entire data or some data, your wish. So I'm deleting entire data. Permanently delete, guys. I'm doing shift delete, permanently delete. I deleted the data. I'm not deleting the F drive. So go to properties, revert it. So I'm selecting this. If I revert only file 1 to file 4 only. If I revert it to the latest one, if I relate to the latest one means all files will be reverted. I click on revert. Okay, click here to revert if you want to volume. Right. Now reverting completed. Okay. See, all files are came back. All files are came back. Okay, that is called a shadow copy. So remember what is shadow copy? Shadow copies are just it store your data in your drive only. You don't store the data in any other data and place. Shadow copies are just by shadowly means you don't see where the data is stored. You can't see where the data is stored. It stores in your drive, but you can't see that one. Okay, and it is quite easy to revert it when you want to get back your data. So like that. Okay, again you want to create it, so you can just create now, then you can, so you'll create it another shadow copy. Okay, so what is the advantage of this one? It is quite easy to revert it back your data, first of all. Second one is, so time consumption is very less. When you want to take a backup, very simple, click on a create now, then you're already done the backup. Okay, you can schedule the backup. What is the disadvantage of this shadow copy? It is not really a backup. Backup means copy a data and store in a different location. But you are not copying any data, you are not storing in different location. If in case you deleted the volume, if you delete this volume, okay, you format this volume or you deleted the volume, you cannot revert the data. If you delete the volume, you cannot get back the data. Okay, if disk is failure, you cannot get the data. You cannot get the data. So that is called a shadow copy. That is called a shadow copy. So just I didn't start my anything here. Shadow copy. It works in a server. Okay, it works in a server. Okay, so you can create a shadow copy of data within the disk only, within the drive only. Okay, the drive only. Revert it anytime when required. When required, if required, so you can revert it. Revert it to any time. Okay, as per the required. Okay, as per required. So it's only works in server. Okay, so let's create a copy of data within the data. So okay, so 1 second, guys. I have always a doubt. What is this VSS and VDS? This is VSS, volume shadow copy. Volume shadow copy services. Volume shadow copy services. Big explanation is there, so I am not. This is another type of backup. So this is one of the technique to make a copy of data, and of course using certain tools also you can store these things from in different locations. So what is this? Is what is image result? Volume shadow copy means VSS. VSS means volume shadow copy. Okay, based backup is a Windows service that capture and create a snapshots called as shadow copies. Okay, also known as a volume snapshot services operates at a block level of the file system, enable virtual server backup in a Microsoft environment. Something they are given, but remember these 2 points is very important. That's it. Okay. So that is revert it anytime. So in generally what I showed, based on that, it is what is the danger in it. So shadow copy source in that drive only. So if drive deleted or disk failed, we cannot restore. In our situation, what are the practical I showed? In that one, this is will happens. Okay, if in case if drive is deleted or formatted or disk failure occur, we cannot restore the data. So that is very simple. So it is not a replacement of backup also. So morning we discussed about backup types again, right? Second sample backup with Windows 10 practical, and also I explained system image, repair disk, repair disk, and last is the last one, which is also showed file history. Okay, so compulsory go through those things, and now I told shadow copy. Okay, so this is about shadow copy, and this is just a sentence like a snapshot is also there. Okay, so what is this snapshots are like that? Just we seen as a practically like what is the snapshot we seen. So based on a particular time, the data is taken a snapshot type, means you can revert into the previous one. But data snapshots or machine snapshots also will explain in the virtualization manner. Guys, understand this shadow copy or not? That's it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So there's two, three things are there. We'll see that one. Snapshot, and another one is data deduplication. Data deduplication kind of concept is there. Yes.